rallying support from young people to help get President Trump reelected.
Charlie was the best of America, and the monster who attacked him was attacking our whole country. An assassin tried to silence him with a bullet, but he failed because together we will ensure that his voice, his message, and his legacy will live on for countless generations to come.
CBS News Chief Washington analyst Robert Costa.
It's not just about a friend being lost and someone who's a confidant to those in the party, but this was someone who was seen as the leader for the party as it looked to the future.
Charlie Kirk leaves behind a wife and 2 young children. Police in Colorado say a student wounded 2 others at a high school near Denver before he shot and killed himself. 10th grader Silas Jewell.
He shot at us at least twice. I don't think anyone was injured there. And we all ran to the band room after that and waited there until the police arrived.
One of the victims is in critical condition. From the UK today, the ambassador to the United States has been sacked over ties to a late pedophile.
I'm Vicky Barker in London. Britain's top diplomat in the U.S., Peter Mandelson, is out.
He has been withdrawn as ambassador with immediate effect.
That news just announced on the floor of Britain's Parliament. Mandelson referred to Jeffrey Epstein as his best pal in that now notorious 2003 birthday book. The Epstein files remain a hot topic here and threaten to overshadow President Trump's state visit next week.
Hundreds of South Korean workers who are being held at an immigration detention center in Georgia were loaded onto buses this morning, bound for the airport in Atlanta. CBS's Skylar Henry is there.
They will be met by a chartered Korean airplane that we actually saw land. They will then be transported back to South Korea.
Dow futures up 72. This is CBS News.
Progressive Insurance. With insurance for cars, home, boat, motorcycles, RVs, and commercial vehicles at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody. Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or male.
News and weather brought to you this hour by Flora Animal Hospital, where we treat your pets like our own. Visit our website, floraanimalhospital.com.
Where to go from here? 93 and sunny today, 63 and clear tonight, up to 95 Friday, and it stays there for Saturday and Sunday. With news on 103.9 WYAB, I'm Chris Davis. Charlie Kirk was an extended member of the WYAB family, with his show airing every weekday from 2 to 4 p.m. With his Wednesday assassination, the show will go on for now with substitute hosts, and for now you will get information directly from Kirk's organization, Turning Point USA, on the show. Governor Reeves calls Wednesday a dark day in America, but he didn't stop there in a Facebook post after Kirk's death. He went on to say, the left has decided that assassination and violence is their response to debate. It's hard to even process what that will mean for America. This is not the only example, but it is a striking and heartbreaking one. Today, it is enough to say that it will not mean anything good. Righteous anger is proper in response to this turn, in addition to deep grief. Congressman Michael Guest had said on Facebook before Kirk's death, but after the shooting, that the shooter couldn't be treated harshly enough for the pain he had caused. After the announcement of Kirk's death, his words were prayers for Kirk's family and law enforcement looking for the killer. Rankin County deputies announced the arrest of Charles Lavorne Jr., who they say busted into a woman's home at the Alpine Trailer Park on Old Fannin Road near the Res Saturday. Lavorne did give police some trouble when they came for him, but surrendered eventually. Priscilla Williams Till, the cousin of Emmett Till, has announced that she's running against Senator Cindy Hyde-Smith for U.S. Senate, saying social justice will be her platform. The average price for gas in Mississippi dropping more than a dime to $2.69. More news in 1 hour on 103.9 WIAB. I'm Chris Davis.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are the individual views and opinions of the people expressing them and do not necessarily reflect those of this radio station, its parent, affiliated, or related entities, agents, or employees.
Welcome to the Chip Matthews Show, where politics meets the South. So grab your sweet tea, find a comfortable spot to sit back, and let's embark on this journey together. Chip away, chip away.
And good Thursday morning here on the Chip Matthews Show. It is Thursday, right? Is it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. And we're here on the program, and it's a solemn day, you know, as we've lost one of the guys that do 2 hours a day. He did 2 to 4 right here on WIB. His show will still be on Turning Point. We'll have different hosts come in and keep the vision of Charlie Kirk going forward. I mean, this guy, when y'all look at what he did, you have to be impressed. And look, I've been listening to his show for a while. Good morning, Jeff Thomas, and good morning, Jolynn Michael. But when you think about him in a certain vein, you think about Charlie Kirk. I started studying him about 6 weeks ago because I was impressed with his message and the way he went to college campuses to try to explain everything. He had an answer for everything that would upset everybody. And all he did was speak the truth. You know, and I've heard people, the left-wing media, the crazy people at NBC, ABC, CBS, they refer to him as an activist. I don't think that's a proper moniker for him. We have a political assassination that has come, and he was an activist, I guess you could say, for one thing. But the way they say it is like he was against everybody. He was against America. And then on the Senate and the House floor, or rather on the House floor, when somebody called for a prayer, the Democrats chanted, came out, said, you know, boo, started, you know, I heard language on the floor that came over the TV that was uncalled for. I hope to find out that Benny Thompson was not there saying something like that, because I like to think that Democrats are Christians too. I know in this state, the ones that vote are Christian, but I will say that those who speak out against America are not Christians, and they don't care to be. And that is a real deal. But Charlie Kirk meant a lot to everybody. It's meant a lot to the movement. He's meant a lot to these campuses. And Turning Point USA will continue his research. I haven't seen where they've canceled. He was going to be there October 29th on campus at Ole Miss. And I was going to plan to attend. I'd already started on working things out, and I wanted to meet him and go up there and check it out. So I was working on things for that, and I'm still going to try to go up there if Turning Point still comes to town. And that's the key. You can't let these radicals stop you. You can't let people stop the message. You know, I have been a victim of people shooting at me. And thank God they never hit me. Thank God. And every time something like that happens, I've said, I'm here for a purpose, and I still don't know what that purpose is. And I never thought I'd be on the radio speaking this. I figure if I ever back on the radio, I'd be playing all the rock music and blah, 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 making everybody happy with that music and giving you a voice in another aspect of what we all love music. We all love great music. But when we look back at it, here we are at a turning point. Will people, look at Clay. Let's talk about Clay Edwards. He is on the air and he is challenged every day by people that don't like what he has to say. He gets death threats. I've had death threats. We have people that constantly comment against us constantly. Is there a possibility? Yes. There are lone gunmen out there everywhere. And this gunman, y'all, I'm afraid he has gotten away. I'm afraid of that. Although I also believe that the camp, we live in a different world. The campus at a college should have so many cameras that they'll be able to pinpoint this and pop it up real quick. And then they got to go find him. There'll be a manhunt for him. And yes, Jolene, I remember 9/11 because I don't know if you are aware of this. 2 days before 9/11, I was still in New York. I was in New York City, and I laid down between the Twin Towers, looking up and taking pictures. I was mostly looking for pictures of the older buildings, and like what is it? I wanted to get a picture of the Chrysler Tower and Trump Tower and some stuff like that. And this was way back 24 years ago. 24 years ago. I ate some great food around town. And we walked in and out. I remember walking in and out of the buildings there at the Trade Center. We went in, came out, went out. We went into 3 or 4 of the buildings. And so it really hit home on the Monday. We got back on the Sunday night. The weather finally broke to where we could leave town. So our plane finally got to leave. And we had to stay over for bad weather. And we left and we got home. And I went to sleep and I woke up and then went, holy cow, as I was watching it happen on TV. And going, this is not happening. This is not happening. But I was there. And laying on the ground underneath the towers. And had a few nightmares for a little while of the people that were jumping out. That was the thing that disturbed me the most because, I was laying on that ground that they're jumping out and landing on. And, 9/11 is important. And right now we have kids that have graduated from college that don't remember 9. They know of 9/11. But they've never had these tragedies like this occur in their real life. It's only part of history. And so when we look at history for just a moment, think of all the things that they have tried to tear down to keep you from remembering history. And then when you look at the devastating effect of Charlie Kirk, the thing there is he was speaking history. He was speaking the truth. And the truth will set you free. And that even goes for like CMU and Canton and all these problems up there. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Gerald Steen, you and Griffin and Banks, go ahead. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Why do y'all vote together? Are you protecting something? Are you up to something? Have you done something that you need to get off your chest before we find out? These are all real questions, real answers. But, we're in a situation here to where And you'll probably see radio hosts that and people that have been pretty on the camera for years who get out of this profession. Yes, you will see it. But especially if they don't find that gunman, because look at, they go on tour. Those guys from Fox go on tour every week, go out everywhere. Will they continue to be strong? You're fixing to find out how much backbone they have. Will they go out? Will they continue to tour? Will they go out in public? Because if you don't find this gunman and have the right one, then the next thing is, are these all gunmen from around the country? I mean, the ones that shot at Trump, you got a guy hit him in the ear just because he turned left. I mean, the pictures of Charlie Kirk getting hit, that was somebody who could shoot. And everybody's talking about, well, security on campus. Yeah, although he's being remembered as a political figure, and this was a political assassination, Charlie Kirk walked with God. And he was there as a messenger of God, of the truth, of what's supposed to happen in the world. And he's not going to walk with security. He has simple security to keep people back and this, that, and the other. But the threat of gunfire from a large distance, that wasn't something that was on the agenda. And you hear people talking about, well, where was the FBI and why didn't anybody walk the thing? Because that's not what you do. We can't live in fear. Well, we don't have to be stupid either. We'll beef up security here and there. But you got to worry about these whack jobs. You got to worry about the people on the left that are a problem. And you people on the left, I know you're not all whack jobs. I know we have Democrats out there that I don't know if they have a good ground. They believe in their family. They have good families, this, that, and the other. But the politics are a little screwed up because it is really wrong for what goes on. I mean, if you're going to steal from the people, you're going to steal from the people. But y'all remember Charlie Kirk and your prayer and his family today. And remember that the good that he did. And what will you do tomorrow? Some people, this will change their lives forever. They will understand what Charlie Kirk said. He may have released a legion of people that have seen him and spoke with him. And the legion of the truth goes out all across America, and the truth starts to be the word of the day. He may, and that's what needs to happen, where he won't have died for nothing. He had just got through answering a question about transgender and gunfire and violence, and he was popped. That was that. And then I saw online where Jeffree Star, I don't know what he is, but he was saying this is insane. He was saying, why do they want to silence the truth? He was on the side of Charlie Kirk. And he said, all we did today was not face the truth. And that's what you got to think about. You got to face the truth. And everybody needs to give you the truth. And when you're not finding the truth, you need to seek the truth. That's what I hope I do here on the radio. That's every day. I seek the truth. Some people say I stir it up. You can't hide in the corner. You can't let these people take what they want to. You can't let people run over you. We got people killing people all over Jackson, and they want to. And the lead story on the news. What is it? What is it? Not Charlie Kirk. Jackson, Mississippi, is attacking the girl who said that Jackson is a sanctuary city, or acted like one, and it is. And it was. And they did refer to it as that. Chokeway and Benny Thompson and all that, they created that area. Yeah, it's just wrong. It's wrong. Speak the truth, learn the truth, keep listening to these shows, and let the truth be what you hear out in public. We'll be back with more right here on the Chip Matthews Show on WYAB. You're out in public. We'll be back with more right here on the Chip Matthews Show. WYAB.
Keep it tuned here to 103.9 WYAB.
Have you noticed all these people acting like the sky is falling? All this tariff talk has folks real nervous, but at iGear Optical, we've got you covered. Our prices remain solid on all our quality products, while all other shops are raising prices. We are not. Come get a great pair of eyeglasses, computer glasses, or sunglasses that fit you, your lifestyle, and your budget every day at iGear Optical, 2630 Highway 80 East in Pearl, and on the web at iGearOptical.com.
We all love the farm-to-table food concept, right? Well, at Burnt Corn Farm, they bring you locally grown flowers straight from the farm to the vase. With a wide selection of flowers and excellent service, Burnt Corn Farm will make your next party or shower a southern delight. Sign up for a monthly bouquet subscription, and their farm fresh flowers will brighten your days all season long. You can also book your next family photo session in their wildflower field. That's Burnt Corn Farm on Facebook and Instagram.
Have you been injured through no fault of your own? Do you know your rights? Don Evans does. Do you really believe that the insurance company would disclose all information to you? Don Evans will make sure that you are fully informed. It costs nothing to discuss your case. From car wrecks to malpractice, Don Evans will make you and your family whole again. Don Evans won't ever charge unless he collects for you. Call Don for a free, no-obligation consultation at 601-969-2006.
Ladies, tired of running on empty, sleepless nights, mood swings, stubborn weight, skin that has lost its glow? It is not just getting older. It is your body begging for help. Hey, y'all, I'm Morgan at Women's Wellness of Mississippi. At Women's Wellness of Mississippi, we bring it all together. Hormone therapy, medical weight loss, and the latest, greatest aesthetic treatments like facials, lasers, Botox, and so much more. This is where wellness and beauty meet so that you can feel amazing inside and out. At Women's Wellness of Mississippi, the best version of you is waiting right around the corner.
I like my insurance like I like my burrito, with everything rolled into one. Was in a state of craving amigo, so my agent showed me how it's done. He wrapped up my auto, my home, and my life. The discounts I'm getting are great. Everything good right there on one plate. Get to a better state, State Farm.
To keep more of your money in your pocket, call John Dorsa at 978-2302.
Tri-County Tree Service, the Jackson Metro's premier company to handle all of your tree service needs. Russ Borland and his team specialize in large tree, low-impact removal. Tri-County Tree Service has the right equipment to safely handle the most technical trim jobs or tree removals. Storm damage can happen year-round, so let them clean it up and they'll deal with your insurance claim. Tri-County Tree Service, by phone at 601-TREE-GUY or online at tricotreeservice.com. That's tricotreeservice.com.
If you ever been stuck on the side of the road with engine trouble or because of an accident, you know how frustrating that can be. I'm Chad Stevens of Chad Stevens Record Service. We'll help take some of the stress out of the stressful situation. We've been rated by AAA as one of the top 10 towing services in the entire USA. Why? Well, just ask our customers. So keep our number in your cell phones and call us if you need us. 662-755-8645. That's Chad Stevens Record Service. 662-755-8645.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here's your host, Chip Matthews.
Yes, I am Chip Matthews. You are who you are, and we're all across the world on WYAB.com and on YouTube, where you can be seen, and we're also on X, and then immediately following the show, and we're also up on TikTok today. The China people want to know what I'm doing today. Good morning, China. Also, remember that after the show, we will repost the show to Facebook. like pretty quick. We get it up there pretty quick, and you can see the show in reruns and listen to it. I'm glad everybody does look at the show. I mean, it kills me to look at the end of the week and find out that the shows have been viewed 200, 300,000 times. And it means a lot, because it means like I am getting the word out that I need to get out, which is you got to stand up for yourself. You can't sit back and watch this stuff. And, you know, and like I was sitting at the house all last night going, am I going to go in and talk? And I mean, on TV, they're like lost, because everybody had planned their 911 things. I think we have some 911 event things that are going on here on the radio today that were going to go on. But I don't know if that's a reality. I don't know if that's the thing to do. And I know everybody will get tired of hearing Charlie Kirk. Yeah, I got tired of hearing George Floyd. You know, I saw where Clay posted that Charlie Kirk would be remembered like Martin Luther King. And there's no reason why he isn't. We got a phone call. Let's see what's going on. WYAB, good morning.
Hey, Jeff, it's Chris Hinkle.
Hey, Chris Hinkle. How you doing?
Great. Just a heads up, Matt Bishop and I are going to come in and host Kim's show this afternoon, 4 to 6.
Right.
We are going to be talking, of course, about the
911.
murder of Charlie Kirk, but we are primarily going to be focused on 9/11. Not a lot of people know, in Mississippi, I was a responder with the FBI on 9/11 in Washington, D.C. to the Pentagon.
Correct.
So we're going to go into detail about that Tuesday morning, the chain of events. We'll answer any questions that anybody's got, any conspiracy theories. We've gotten everything from, you know, that we knew in advance to, you know, a pristine passport being found at the World Trade Center, to was it a missile that hit the Pentagon and not a plane? We're going to address all of those things this afternoon.
And that's great and important. And that's what I sit back and look at today, and I'm going, it's 9/11, and which was an attack on freedom.
Yeah.
Whether it was missiles or all the conspiracy theory, any way you look at it, you know, I don't care if you say that it was a planned thing and they blew up the buildings. It doesn't matter. It was an attack on freedom, and it woke people up. But now you got kids today that don't even remember. They weren't around 24 years ago. They've been born. We have generations. So, and it's a good prime example of looking at that we try to remember 9/11 on 9/11, but we don't look back. They want to kill all the history of the Civil War and the other stuff. And we got to keep all our history together. We got to keep it together where we will know that we won't make the same mistakes again. And this assassination that just took place, you know, it reeks of death across the country. I mean, it reeks of JFK. And your next question is, if they find this guy, what will happen? Will he get a trial, or will he be offed? You know, that's what happens. You know, if Clintons are around, they'll get rid of him. And then the question is, why are they trying to get? Why they want to kill the truth tellers in America? And that's what this is all about.
It's the mentality of the left. I've seen a lot of the people on the left, they keep using the same phrases over and over to deflect away. They use the two terms political violence and gun violence. And all that is a thinly veiled attempt using the term political violence to say that Charlie Kirk's message brought this on himself. The gun violence is a way to deflect away from the evil person that committed the act. A gun by itself cannot do anything.
Correct.
Without the individual operating it. So when you hear people, we need to tone down the political violence. We need to, you know, stop the gun violence. Confront them on it immediately. And you mentioned something about the young people. You know, I had some conversations with some fellow retired FBI agents. The majority of the FBI agents today weren't in the FBI on 9/11. Some of them weren't even born.
Right.
And that is scary because we've had decades now of this Marxist ideology in our schools where not only is history not being taught, but civics is not being taught. Now, if you go back, I saw a video, and I'm heartened, of Charlie Kirk's first appearance on Fox and Friends, how articulate he was at 18 years old in 2012, talking about civics and politics. And that is a credit to the teachers that he had, to his parents, and his upbringing.
And
but unfortunately, when you go to these school board meetings and you confront our school board members, and there's not one on the Madison County School Board right now that I have a lot of confidence in. Not one. Because I look back at what they allowed to creep into the school. It's just, it's not about educating and teaching our children, our next generation, the greatness that is America.
Well,
it's to try to force this inclusivity, this environmental social learning, this diversity, equity, and inclusion. And it's sad, but it's time that citizens stand up, hold your representatives accountable for what they do and do not do.
Okay. Chris, I got to take a break, but I'm going to remind everybody that, okay, Dawn McKenzie today is going to Madison Central Schools, the administration office today on a field trip with the, I forgot what their group is, but she's going up there and we're going to get some questions answered. Then, of course, we'll have Jamie Creel and Leah Ferretta. Jamie Creel is against school choice and Leah Ferretta is for school choice. And they'll be back on the show again next Tuesday because we were starting to find common ground this past Tuesday. So we'll have that going on. And
just real quick. Again, 4 to 6, if people want to call in.
Yep.
In about 30 minutes, I'm going to be on KSEV out of Texas, of course, talking about the Charlie Kirk incident and FBI response. And then tomorrow I'll be on WWDB out of Pennsylvania for a long segment for about a half hour.
And then, of course,
fielding questions.
And then you will be live here today, 4 to 6. Nice to hear from you, Chris. We will be tuned in. Yes. And he'll be coming on right after the Charlie Kirk show that comes on from 2 to 4 right here on WYAB. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. The Charlie Kirk show that comes on from 2 to 4 right here. Take a break. We'll be right back.
1039 WYAB.
CBS News special report, tears and prayers for a conservative activist, 31-year-old father of 2, Charlie Kirk, who was shot to death on a college campus in Utah.
Kind of numb because he was only 31 and had so much life ahead of him.
Really just didn't even believe it. Just stopped what I was doing and began to pray.
Kirk, a close ally of President Trump's, was killed in front of a crowd of thousands of students. The manhunt for a suspect ongoing. CBS's Carter Evans.
Law enforcement sources told CBS News there was just one shot and that it appeared to have been fired from the roof of the nearby Losey Center. That's where video posted on social media showed a person in dark clothing running right after the shooting.
House Majority Leader Steve Scalise, who survived a politically motivated attack, remembered Kirk on CBS Mornings.
Even if people disagreed with him, he wasn't calling them names. He would engage and talk about the differences. And we've got to get back to that.
CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Come see me, Jamie Creel, and let us help protect what is important to you.
I'm speaking with Lee Bounds of Rapid Rate Mortgage. Why is Rita Jensen the type of real estate professional you are looking for?
As a mortgage professional, I look for making transactions easier, and Rita Jensen with Remax Connection is a prime example of that. Her attention to detail, her strong communication skills really help us as a mortgage company make everything smooth from start contract to close, she helps me.
RitaJensen.net.
If you want the best health care, where do you go? The Mayo Clinic. If you want the best care for your vehicle, where do you go? Mayo Auto Clinic in Raymond. Mayo Auto Clinic does foreign and domestic vehicles and diesel repair. Mayo Auto Clinic has ASE certified techs with over 25 years of experience. You can extend the life of your car or truck when you take it to Mayo Auto Clinic. For cost-effective repairs and maintenance, go to the best, Mayo Auto Clinic. Open weekdays at 7 a.m. Highway 18 in Raymond.
Pure Air Consultants has always been your go-to for reliable and affordable heating and cooling systems, and now we are offering Day and Night brand to avoid the 25 to 30% increases that everyone is talking about. With Day and Night, Pure Air Consultants professionals can install a reliable system with a 10-year system warranty, and right now receive $20 off on service diagnostic fees. Call us today, 601-939-7420, mypureairconsultants.com.
B-Dubs cocktails, pretzel knots, and mozzarella sticks. It's all on me today.
Oh, so you're happy hour rich when the happy hour menu is only $3 to $6 from 3 to 6 p.m.
$3 to $6? That's crazy.
You know we're at happy hour right now from 3 to 6 p.m.
It's happy hour crazy.
We were here yesterday too.
Crazy.
Quit playing. I'm gonna let you pay though.
Food, beer, and cocktails for $3 to $6 from 3 to 6 p.m. Buffalo Wild Wings for the greatest of all times. Monday through Friday only. Beer deals available all day at participating locations. Taxes and fees apply. Dine in only. Drink responsibly. Offers vary by location. Void where prohibited.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
Free speech is the word of the day. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Let me tell you something. It is just wrong for politicians to lie to you. You know, we're in a situation here today where we can't do this and do that. And Facebook, of course, has us down on the live feed through the 28th, I believe. I think we can go back live on Facebook. And, of course, we'll be reposting this show right after that. A lot of you watch it in reruns anyway. And a lot of you try to figure it all out. And it's like this. When you speak the truth, there are no problems. There are no problems. So the people that are embroiled in the billing coming out of Canton Municipal Utilities and out of the Madison County Wastewater Association, or whatever they call themselves, we need someone to publish a timeline. Like I was listening to the auditor and I asked a question about how you lost the it was $20 or $30 million in assets. And they said, well, you know, Chip. And they're talking about when the mismanagement of the building was going on and people were taking money, this, that, and the other, and that we had reserves. And then they made a comment that we had to raise the rates because we could no longer supplement the higher fees. And I'm going, well, that didn't make any sense. And that came out of the money that Canton Utilities had in reserve. That's somebody just tell the truth. I think we need a timeline that goes back 4 or 5 years, or maybe 20 years, because you need a timeline of the truth from the time that Nissan came in, Makita was involved, and CMU was involved to build the Beatty Bluff. You need a timeline. I mean, somebody release a timeline of the truth. Don't make us go find it. Come out and be out in public. We know we're going to, we all know everybody's going to get water. Everybody's going to get electricity, and we're going to try to work on the bills. We know that. But if you tell us the truth about what happened and what went on, and not let us wait for trials, and answer questions. Like, for instance, if Rudy Warnock did all this stuff wrong, Rudy Warnock had a bond on, you're using licensed and bonded people, right? Why don't you go against this bond? Why don't we have insurance that covers things like this? Do we have insurance for things that cover things like this? What in the hell is going on? Why won't somebody tell the truth? Just tell the truth from the top to the bottom. And is it a responsibility of CMU or the people that put the people on that board at CMU? That would be the city of Canton, mayor and board of aldermen. The buck's got to stop with somebody. The buck has got to stop with somebody. I know that they're up to their ass in alligators, and there are people up there that are trying their best to do a great job. Howard's doing a great job. Mr. Wallace is doing a great job. But you're double talking when you ask questions. So you had this settlement that y'all speak of, where you got some money and you gave up some money and you got some credits and blah blah blah. What the hell is that all about? What is that all about? Somebody needs to write the story and tell the truth. And it needs to come out of CMU and not out of some left-wing newspaper or TV station that doesn't want to cover all the news all the time and want to turn everything into a political scandal. Now, everybody says that's what I try to do. Mark Gressett, thank you. He came in last night and had some Elmer teas at Acme Pizza. It was a great thing. And he came in last night and had one for Charlie Kirk. And he looked at the Weller. I'm sorry, the Weller's $80 a shot. But, he got the Elmer teas. It's on up there, too. It's not your normal. But we have all of this stuff at Acme Pizza that you need to come in and try. Come visit with us. And we thank everybody that came out last night. But I mean, the reality of the truth and how much easier it is to tell the truth and how much better you feel when you tell the truth. We started this week, Tuesday, with Leah Ferretti, who was pro school choice. And then we had Jamie Creel, our friend Jamie Creel, who is against school choice. And then as we sat here talking about it, we started finding common ground. That's what you got to do. I mean, could the legislator do that? Good morning, Fred Sremmy. Good to see you last night. And then, of course, I ate at your place the other day. But these people don't think of just telling the truth. Charlie Kirk was about telling the truth. He would break it down. He'd say, I watched a show the other day where he was talking to somebody, and the person who was a male, born a male, he says, you identify as a female? He goes, yes. Well, what makes you a female? He goes, I identify as one, so I am one. And he was looking at him going, no, you were born a male. He says, if I wanted to say I identify as a leaf, I could say I identify as a leaf. He says, you can say whatever you want. Charlie Kirk said, you can say whatever you want. But the reality is you can't explain to me what a leaf is. You can't explain to me what a boy is. And you wouldn't explain to him what a girl was. Basically saying that I identify by it. Now, the truth is the truth. You can't, if you're born with all the parts, that's what you are. If you don't have the parts, you can go get them and put them on you, but that's not what you are. You're not that. And that was a message that Charlie Kirk, because he had just gotten through talking. And let's talk about the guns. Everybody's going, you got people on the left that are talking about, well, this guy got killed by guns and he supports people having guns. Yes, he does support people getting with guns. That is your right. That's your legal right. And if everybody had a gun, do you think everybody would be shooting each other? No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. Let's see what we got on the phone. YAB. Hello?
Morning, Chip.
Morning.
Man, that just goes to show you how crazy these people are.
Yep.
I mean, he could debate. He was never mean or cruel. He was whether you disagreed with what he said or not, he still treated you respectfully.
And he answered your question.
And then he would come up, these people come up with past stuff he said. If you go back and listen to it, he was just making a point. You cannot have a point in the country if you don't agree with these left-wing nuts.
And then
Still upset about this. I've been following him since he was just one of those that stood out there.
Well, I've been watching.
We need more people like this.
I was watching him, and then and then the last few weeks I've gotten into going, how can I become a public speaker and just fire off the answers just like that? How could I go to a CMU meeting or something in Canton and just be able to fire off the answers on what they're doing wrong and just keep it there? And
when he was talking about these people, the colleges, the scam and all, these people, would come up there how they got their education, and then they'd come to him. He didn't have a college education.
Right.
But he was a hell of a lot smarter than them and knew what he was talking about. He could prove his facts.
The thing is, he dropped out of school to start Turning Point USA and go on college campuses to educate people. He found his calling, and he went out and educated people about the Bible without being preachy. He wasn't, he didn't act like a preacher from what I've seen.
No, he never did. He speaks the Bible, he speaks facts and everything, but he never come across like that.
Right. And he didn't quote scripture at you. That's what every politician, when they're ready to start saying anything, they just start quoting scripture, and you're like, no, the Bible is a guideline to how you live your life. And then it tells you got to tell the truth. And that's what he did. He went out and told people to tell the truth. And
there was a little girl I saw, she was there.
Yeah.
And she was so upset that when it happened, they started cheering right there, the liberal folks, right then.
I know. And then on the House,
that shows where humanity is going.
And on the House floor, the Democrats said, "No, we're not going to do that." And then I heard language coming out of Republicans that was not very Christian, but they were screaming at them, saying, "I can't believe you're not going to let us have a prayer."
I've listened to it a bunch of times, over and over, because they're trying to spin it. I like to watch the left wing stations too.
I watch it all.
And they're trying to spin it. And it's wild that it's everywhere else is going on, but a lot of the left-leaning channels, they're not even speaking on it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Now, they were all set for 9/11 today, and they have to mention it. But it was like today, I was going to come on, and we've got a lot of issues going around here local, but I didn't feel like it. I said, I wonder what I will feel like, because I do no planning for my show. I don't plan anything that I sit down and say. There's not notes or anything.
Oh, really? I never thought that, Chip.
I just come in here and start talking. And so I sit here and look at it, and I just go, I cannot open this mic up and act like that did not happen and do my show. And you watch.
Well, hey, your co-host standing there, take your break.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Be blessed. Be blessed. Be safe, brother.
Okay. Thank you. We'll be back with more on the Chip Matthews Show right here on WYAB.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Be blessed. Be safe, brother.
Okay. Thank you. We'll be back with more on the Chip Matthews Show right here on WYAB.
103.9 WYAB.
You know what's a nightmare? We've all seen that movie where the bad guy's coming and your gun jams up. Luckily, that's just a movie, but you can't take the chance it could happen to you in real life. Hey, y'all, I'm Therese Apel from Dark Horse Press, and I've written stories about a whole lot of situations where people needed their gun to work for them. So if yours is moody or likes to jam, you need to take it to Guns and Gear. Let their professional gunsmiths look at it and fix it so it'll work when you need it. They're the absolute best at what they do, and that's why I buy all my guns from them. That's Guns and Gear in Gluckstadt. Check them out today.
Business owners, tired of drowning in payroll, compliance, and back office headaches? P-Police has your back. P-Police can free you from the never-ending grind of employee administration, such as time and attendance, onboarding, background checks, even business insurance. While you focus on growing your business, P-Police handles the paperwork. Stop stressing and start succeeding. Partner with P-Police, locally based in Ridgeland. Visit ppolice.com and get back to business.
Can anyone in Jackson say the name of Bravo, Broad Street, and Salamuki's Catering Company?
Yes.
Let's find out.
Mangia Bini.
Mangia Ben.
Mangia Benet?
It actually is Mangia Bene. Mangia Bene. It's Mangia Bene. It means eat well in Italian, and it's the catering group for Bravo, Broad Street, and Salamuki's.
Mangia Bene Catering. Choose us, and you'll always eat well. 3 restaurants, 1 call. Mangia Bene Catering.
Mangia Bene.
our flag was still there. The official 250th celebration flag is available at a complete flag source on I-55 North in Jackson. It's just one way you can show your appreciation for the greatest country on earth. Flags for all occasions, international and state flags too. Flagpole construction available. You can check it out at CompleteFlags.com. A complete flag source, I-55 North in Jackson.
Hey guys, this is Casey Ellis with Ellis Autoplex, located on Highway 471 in Brandon. Ellis Autoplex, known as Little Truck City, is your old school mom and pop style dealership that's family owned and operated. We specialize in 4-wheel drive trucks, but don't worry, we have cars and SUVs too. Looking to sell your vehicle? Bring it by Ellis Autoplex, where we pay fair market value and we cut you a check on the spot. Need your vehicle service or repair? We can handle that too. Shop us online or set your appointment at ellisautoplex.com. That's ellisautoplex.com.
Doctor, they see doctor. What's your diagnosis? My whole house was hot as a fever. Now my house frozen, cause my air conditioning's on. Doctor, my AC's broken. Doctor, they see doctor. Heal my house, bless my soul.
The AC Doctors is your one-stop provider for air conditioning and heating installation, service, and repair. Contact us for money-saving repairs and lower energy bills.
Doctor, the AC doctor. Heal my house, bless my soul.
Google the AC Doctors and get some relief today. TheACDR.com.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
I am Chip Matthews. You are who you are, and it is a Thursday morning. It's 6:52 in the morning. If you're trying to get to work by 8 o'clock, you better step on it. But be safe. Be safe. And y'all, also there's I don't know if it was last night or tonight, they'll be closing at 11 o'clock. They'll be closing down I-55 to put in some more stuff with the bridge at Reunion. So be careful to those that are riding around at 11 and at 2 o'clock in the morning going to work at Nissan. Or if you're running from the law in Jackson and you head north, that's not a good idea because you'll get in traffic and then maybe hurt somebody. Okay. Charlie Kirk. I think a bunch of y'all need to go back and get on YouTube and all that and go listen to Charlie Kirk. Go study him. Learn what he does. See if you can be a difference by doing some of the stuff he has done. This is a kid. This guy's 31, but when he was 18, quit school and got out working to get Trump reelected and working the youth movement to try to get them to get their brains right. And that is, getting a kid's brain right is sometimes very hard, as you all know, for those of you that parent. And then for those that don't parent, he was talking to those people. But go look at his show and learn something. And then, because I believe that with his death, we're going to wind up with a lot more Charlie Kirks in the world that are walking around and doing the job. You'll be able to have these same speeches on 10, 15, 20 campuses a day all across America. Because, the thing is not to quit. The thing is to never quit. When you lose, you don't quit. They ask me why I run for mayor all the time. Because I'm exposing a lot of the truth. I am keeping the pressure on people to tell the truth. And a lot of people don't look at it that way. And you don't understand. I don't care if I win or lose as long as the truth comes out someday. And slowly we're putting people in jail. And if you just gave up, that would be that. It's like for everybody in town in Canton should say, okay, tell us what went on to where we know what happened, rather than all of us finding out in scuttlebutt that this guy stole this much money and this guy did this and this guy did that. And, you know, I went to the trial. I heard what some of the stuff they said that they had done at the school, at CMU. And then you got Mike Espy sitting up there in the chair with his $20,000-$30,000 boots. I don't know how much they cost. Allegedly, they're expensive. And we know that Rudy paid for them. And then he, of course, said that he had Rudy, the place reverse the charges where he could put him on his credit card. Well, whatever. I don't care. You're caught in another, you're part of something that happened in the past when you were working for Clinton. Okay. And you got out of that. And, you know, you still practice law and everything was good. Then you get put on the board of supervisors as the attorney. And you bill $1 million personally, and then you bill $1 million for your firm. And then you go and make deals. And I don't doubt that this isn't the way it happened 1 million times, allegedly. I have to put allegedly in there because we don't know all the facts, but we do know that you're in court and they said that you worked a deal to rezone some land as a favor and said you had the votes and that it was going to be voted on and that it all happened. And everybody says it happened in the minutes and all of that. And so if you're saying that it happened in the minutes after the fact and you went to court, why didn't you say that in court where they would show it to you? Because it didn't happen. Tell the truth. People, tell the damn truth. You know, Charlie Kirk was a good man. I can't say anything. I didn't know him personally. I don't know everything he did. But he's just a man. He's just like everybody else out there. We got men, we got women. Let's quit lying. These people in office that are elected, quit lying. These people that are appointed to jobs and on committees and stuff, quit lying. If you don't know, and then if you get put on a committee and you don't know anything about what you're doing, resign. Don't just sit there to get the paycheck and get the insurance. If you don't know what's going on, resign. Because we need people in there who know what's going on. That's the same for the school board. That's the same for CMU. That's the same for everybody. It's even you legislators that get elected. I know there is no teaching of the legislation, but what we need from you is the truth. When you go there and you're supposed to represent the people that voted you in, just tell the truth. Charlie Kirk was about the truth. I'm trying to be about the truth. A lot of people don't like the way I go about it. Once again, I don't care. The Clay Edwards Show is about the truth, and it's up next. And y'all, get out and tell the truth. Tell everybody to tell you the truth. We need to put pressure on people to make them tell us the truth. Don't go in there and just get your answer on your utility bill when it's not right. Tell them the truth. We want to see all of it. All of it. Why? How did we get here? Who took the money? Who stole the money? How much money did we have? Where did it go? That's what needs to be going on. You know, when you hire officers, they should be working. Whatever. I'll see y'all back tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. I'll have Dawn with me. See y'all.